I'm the Lonely Necron, and welcome to my basement. On the Faerie Kingdom planet, the Night Lords have slaughtered a village and taken control of the castle. A ragtag group of Drukhari, passing through on their way to Australia, are offended by the gnomish genocide and attack. So yeah, my girlfriend is Drukhari are gonna make an appearance on my little channel. So today's Night Lords are this disciple, these Night Lords. So this Dark Apostle will be leading them, and he'll have a Master of Executions to kind of back him up a little bit. A Demon Prince of Slanesh, which is super funny now that I think about it. The regular 3 squads of Space Marines. We're going to put the Heavy Bolter and the Autocannon together again, like always. We'll have Greater Possessed and an Obliterator along with him, and a Rhino just for fun, I suppose. So then we have all of these Drukhari. Leading it all will be this succubus with her Agonizer and I don't remember the name of the blade. 10 witches. Oh god. Splinter pistols and the Hecatrix blades, I believe. Some incubi with clives. 2 reavers and an arena champion. 10 Coblite warriors with splinter rifles. 2 5-person groups of scourges. These have splinter cannons. That's not a good thing. We have a dedicated transport of venom that will be transporting these incubi so they can get to where they need to go to kill things a lot faster. And a Talos, which scares the crap out of me. So then for today's experience, we got this little village here with dead gnomes. Castle with more dead gnomes. So yeah, we'll head on over to deployment. Okay, so it's kind of a bit of a controlled mess. So the Rhino, Space Marine Squad, the Flamer, Master of Executions, the Greater Possessed with the Dark Apostle, Obliterator on the 2nd floor, the Autocannon, Heavy Bolter Squad of Space Marines, Demon Prince, and the last group of Space Marines. And then, pardon me, we got the witches with the succubus, some scourges behind them, the Talos, Coblite warriors, the venom with the incubi inside, more scourges, reavers in the arena champion. Yeah, there's a lot of scary stuff here. So, we're gonna roll off real fast. Yeah, so it looks like Chaos goes first. So, Night Lords, turn 1, movement, psychic powers. Alright, so this unit of Space Marines advanced forward, as did the Master of Executions and both Greater Possessed. This group of Space Marines just kind of moved forward, all moving forward like. Nobody else moved. He tried to cast a Warp Plight Plea and failed. And there's no enemies in range for the Demon Prince. So we'll go on to Night Lord shooting. So the Rhino killed a witch. The Obliterator killed 6 Coblites. There were no Night Lord charges, so we went to morale, and 3 Coblites ran away. So that takes us to Drukhari, turn 1. Movements and, oh yeah, no psychic powers. We get power from pain, so there's that, I guess. Yep, Drukhari, movement. Drukhari moved really, really fast. So none of them advanced, they all just moved their full movement For most of them, that was 8. For a lot of them, that was 14. They all just pretty much moved forward. So that takes us up to Drukhari shooting. So a couple of Space Marines died here from these witches. Pretty much everybody took shots at the Greater Possessed and did a little bit of damage to them, but nothing really. And the squad of Space Marines lost a guy from the Reapers. So that'll take us on to the charge and fight phase. So the group of witches charged these Space Marines, killed a couple of them, and then got wiped completely out in return. The Reavers and Arena Champion charged this group of Space Marines, killed a couple of them, and lost a Reaver in return. So, yeah. That takes us over to Night Lords, Movement, and Psychic. I really do like the Dead Gnomes. It just kind of makes the battlefield look a little bit more battlefieldy. Yeah, Night Lord's movement. Okay. So the Demon Prince flew down here to probably challenge the Scourges. Greater Possessed and the Master of Executions also moved up this way. This Greater Possessed moved up a little bit. These Space Marines are just staying in the fight. None of these guys moved. The Dark Apostle gave the Obliterator a +1 to hit with ranged weapons until the next psychic phase. And the Demon Prince killed 2 Scourges with Smite. So that takes us on over to Night Lord shooting. Okay, so the autocannon and heavy bolter managed to kill off the Scourges that were here, and the Obliterator killed off the Scourges that were there. Other than that, there really wasn't much. So we'll go to Night Lord charging, fighting things. So all 4 of these units failed to charge the Succubus. These Space Marines managed to kill the other Reaver and damage the Arena Champion, and he managed to do nothing in return. So that'll take us over to Drukhari. So the Succubus has moved forward to take on the Space Marines. The Talos has moved forward to probably take these guys on. This last Coblite Warrior is still hanging out there. He's just hanging out there. The Venom came up and dropped off these Incubi with the intention of going after this guy. So that'll take us up to Drukhari shooting. Alright, so the Arena Champion killed a Space Marine with his pistol, and the Venom damaged this Greater Possessed and this Greater Possessed, and everybody else missed. So Drukhari charges and fight phase. So after the fight phase, I totally forgot to do a fight. Alright, well, I'll show that fight in a second. Well, really, there was not a whole lot going on. Nothing really died. I think the Arena Champion actually killed a Space Marine, but we'll see what the Incubi do to this Dark Apostle. Okay, glad I looked over and noticed that. So the Incubi did indeed kill off the Dark Apostle and his Dark Disciples. Those things are really naughty. So that'll take us to the Night Lord's turn. Not gonna lie, I was kind of worried about the Drukhari, and I still kind of am, but I think the Incubi might have turned the tide a little bit here for them, so let's see if the Night Lords can rally. So basically everybody's in combat, except for this Greater Possessed, which is trying to get closer to this Kabbalite Warrior, and this Demon Prince, who is trying to get closer to these Incubi, who he just smoked, killing 3 of them. The Obliterator, these warriors are just going to hang out and not move. So, yeah, it goes to the shooting phase. Lots of pistols. Indeed, there were a lot of pistol shots. Nothing really came out of it. The Obliterator and the heavy weapons out of this squad both tried to destroy the Venom, and they did do half of its damage, half of its life. But they did not destroy it. So, yeah, we'll go on to the charge, a couple of charges, and fight phase. We'll see who's left. So, the Succubus is still alive and killed some Space Marines. The Talos killed a Master of Executions. The Greater Demon killed off he's a Demon Prince. The Demon Prince killed off the 2 Incubi. The Space Marines lost a Space Marine and then killed the Arena Champion after. So yeah, that'll take us over to Drukhari with what's left of them. Nothing's moving. So we'll go to the shooting phase. So the Venom did a little bit of damage to the Demon Prince. So charge phase and fight phase. So the last remaining Kabbalite charged the Greater Possessed and essentially died for the privilege of it. The Talos killed off the other Greater Possessed, and the Succubus did kill off another Space Marine, but they managed to kill her off finally. Yeah, so that will take us to... that'll take us back to the Night Lord's turn. All of the ground units have started to converge on the remaining 2 Drukhari units, the Talos and the Venom. The Demon Prince tried to smite the Talos, but failed to cast it. So that'll take us to Night Lord shooting. The Obliterator managed to destroy the Venom, and even though a lot of people took a lot of shots at the Talos, it is still holding on with 1 health. But now we're up to Night Lord charging, so we'll see if it can withstand the Demon Prince and this tiny baby squad of Marines. It was a hard-fought battle, but the Demon Prince did prevail in the end over the Talos. So, when the sun sets, the Drukhari have been defeated, but it cost the Night Lords a whole lot to do so, including the guy in charge of this particular group. So, we'll see what becomes of them later on in the series, perhaps. Until then, I'd like to thank my girlfriend for loaning me her Drukhari. Even though they died, they did put up a good fight. And I'll wish you all a good morning, and I'll see you next time.